Hello! Today I want to talk about being a teacher. And what does that word even mean? Well, if you go back in time, the word teach comes from an old English word, takan, which means to show or point out or give instruction. In 1290, the word teacher began to be used as your index finger, or one that points out. And really soon after that, the word teacher takes on its modern meaning. I've been teaching about 20 years, since grad school, and I like to say that I know how to share with you how to be an effective teacher. I've seen so many great educators during my time as a teacher, and there are many different styles of teaching. And that's what I feel that each teacher has to find is their own voice, their own special way to teach. There's some common elements that effective teachers share: the ability to reach their students, care about their students, and the subject that they're teaching. Challenging their students to seek knowledge and foster an environment that both students and teachers can learn and have the personality that each student will remember for the rest of their lives. Being at ease with oneself and having the confidence to be open with who you are with your students can have a big effect on them. Whatever class I teach, I have a philosophy, and I hope that students will remember long after they graduate. In my music appreciation classes, I talk about whatever happens politically, socially, economically, and technology influences all the arts. They may forget some facts over time. However, when they hear new music or hear some music they never heard before, they can go over this list and understand it. Since I teach large sections of the history of rock and roll and the history of jazz, I get many hellos and waves from former and current students. And even when I go on vacation, one time I was playing guitar on the streets of Las Vegas, and I had a couple come up to me and say, you were my music appreciation teacher." And when this happens, I realize that in some small way I made an impact on them. Out of all the classes they have taken, they remember my class and they want to say hello. From time to time, I get emails and phone calls from former students. They share with me that one part of a lecture, some hands-on assignment, or a pep talk after class has helped them in their careers. Hearing from them that in some small way, something I taught has helped them is only a feeling of joy and satisfaction that a teacher can really know. Today, with all the technology, making a connection is vital for a teacher. Have students connect to their humanity, to understand how precious life is, and to learn empathy and tolerance for others in this high-tech world at times can be trying. As a teacher, I respect each student. I respect the material that I cover in class. In return, my students respect me and the subjects that I cover. I challenge my students every day in class. With every lecture, discussion, or group work, I challenge them to learn and research topics that they discover in my classes. Also, I ask my students to talk to old people, because to really understand the past, you can't replace someone who's actually there at that time. And they often talk to their parents, their grandparents, their great-grandparents. And I think when they talk to them, they realize how similar music and the times were as well. The teacher must challenge themselves as much as they challenge their students. After each class, I ask myself, did I effectively cover this material? Some days I do better. On the days that I didn't, I reflect and work on ways to how to cover that material better. Happily, as I get older as a teacher, I do this less and less. And in many ways, in my maturity, I'm getting better as a teacher. I challenge my students. I never ask my students to do something that I wouldn't do myself. So I challenge myself. I challenge myself in my creative pursuits, in service to the community, and service to the university. And I also work hard to be the best teacher that I can be. In many ways, if you're not learning as much as your students are in a classroom, you're not growing as a teacher. I plan to continue to grow as a teacher for many more years to come. So I hope you enjoyed hearing a little bit about my philosophy as a teacher, and I challenge you out there to be the best teacher you can. It's tough. There's a lot of work, a lot of time that you put into it. And I will say this, if you keep teaching and you work on your craft, you will get better and better and better. Thank you so much. As always, rock and roll, and it does compute.